Let's quickly talk about Wrike. And we want to analyze the Wrike content marketing software. Is it really worth it? Does it have the capabilities you need to actually beef up your content marketing campaign? Let's talk about that. So I first want to really give you a glance into this software. So when you think about Wrike, I want you to think about an online tool built to help you manage your projects. So if you want to stay on top of all your tasks, work with a group of people, let's say the marketing team or other people, then if you want to have clear visibility into where you are and what needs to be done, all while staying organized, then Wrike can be a great tool for you. And so when you think about Wrike from a content marketing perspective, again, Wrike, you can do a lot of stuff with it. But in today's conversation, we're really focusing on the content marketing part of things, okay? And so what are the goods and bads for, what are the pros and cons of this software? Let me first talk to you about the positives. So when you think about content marketing, and you think about Wrike, I want you to think about a user-friendly dashboard. This is really great. You have a very sleek UI and UX that is implemented across the board. You have enterprise-grade functionality. So with Wrike, you have full access to enterprise-level project management tools that you can use for content marketing. You have real-time analytics. So regardless of the types of analytics you want to see, Wrike will automatically update charts, some reports, infographics, and analytic dashboards every 15 to 20 minutes. So you never really have to worry about looking at or presenting updated information. So if you are a project manager, if you're a content marketer, if you are I would say a marketing team member, and you have an important presentation, you sure the data you're getting from Wrike is actually up to date. You have department-specific solutions. You have a custom request forms. You have automated workflows. You have team collaboration tools. Those are really, really great. So those are the pros. So when we think about Wrike content marketing review, let me talk to you quickly about the cons. So Wrike is not for beginners. So if you are a neophyte in this content marketing world or project management in general, you're not going to appreciate the full extent, the full depth and breadth of Wrike. So because the learning curve can be steep. You have limited mobile functionality in the tool right now. So Wrike, if you're listening to us, you want to have your engineers get on this case and really revamp that part of things. And Wrike is kind of expensive. It's not really for a startup or a small business with budgetary limitations. Let me talk to you about the features. So when we talk about an all-in-one solution such as Wrike, obviously we have a constellation of features, but you have to actually ask yourself, what features are you looking for? Because see, the thing is, when you have a smorgasbord of features and you have let's say a tool that is complex, that is convoluted as Wrike. Wrike is very easy to use as long as you understand it. If you are used to it, then it becomes easy. But at the beginning, things can be a little slow. So for us, the tools could be a lot better, could be organized a lot better. But what I want to say here is that when we speak about the features, especially for the main features of Wrike content marketing, you have to pay attention to user access options. This is kind of important because if you are organizing your content marketing and you want to have it as a cross-functional activity, in other words, you want to have an activity that the content marketing team cares about, the sales team cares about, the marketing team cares about, the customer service team cares about, and other stakeholders, you want to have user access options. You have within Wrike collaborative editing. This is kind of cool. You have an intuitive dashboard. Having an intuitive dashboard is kind of cool because you are going to centralize all your activities from a single a single location. You have Gantt chart capabilities. You have task management. You have real-time activity stream. This is kind of cool. You have discussion tools around important topics for your content marketing. The bottom line here is to find content marketing topics and ideas that resonate in fine with your audience. Okay, and you also want to pay attention to things like discussion tools, file sharing. You want to have a workload view. You want to have notification. There is a notification center. So again, I'm just giving you a run through or walkthrough of the most important features you can expect within Wrike. You have custom workflow. You have email integration. You have real-time reports, and then you have proofing and approval. As I was telling you earlier, the real-time reports are kind of cool because you have access in real time to the most updated up-to-date data. So this is kind of cool because you are basing your analysis or presentation on something that is as recent as possible. So when we talk about this Wrike content marketing review, so besides the features, besides the good and the bad, of course so the features, you have two things. You have what we call the primary features, and then you have the ancillary features. So now I want to talk to you about the ancillary features, aka add-on features. The thing is that Wrike has add-on modules that can really extend the functionality of your base plan. Some of these are included with specific Wrike packages like Wrike for marketers or Wrike for professional services. And so let me quickly walk you through some of those modules and what they can do for you. If you're a content marketer, if you're a small business owner who is interested in beefing up his or her content marketing process, then you want to listen to this add-ons. So we have the Wrike resource. So Wrike resource gives you the ability to actually allocate your resources properly. So you have a real-time visibility for resource planning and resource allocation. Wrike resource is kind of similar to an ERP. It's not as developed as an ERP, but it's similar to it. ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. And you also have Wrike Proof. So Wrike Proof, you have centralized location for feedback, approvals, and asset reviews. Then you have a Wrike Publish. This is one of those things where Wrike has a digital asset management solution that can help you a lot in many instances. And you have Wrike Integrate. Here we have custom integrations with 400 to 500 plus third-party apps. So this is where you have to be careful about your budget, because if you are going to add, like if you have too many add-ons and plugins, this could actually inflate your content marketing budget. You have Wrike Analyze. So here you are able to, through this add-on, through this module within Wrike, you are able to run advanced reports and analytics. Then you have Wrike Lock. So here you can control the access of your data with your own encryption keys, which is really important if you are having, let's say, if you are working with multiple teams over a single project and you want to limit the access to the access of the team or some team members based on the sensitivity or let's say the delicacy of the data. So if you have delicate data, if you have sensitive data, then you might want to protect it. Then you have two-way sync. So you can create a two-way sync with the Jira and GitHub. Let me talk to you about the benefits. Now, before I talk about the benefits, I just want to say that the modules that I just spoke to you about, the Wrike resource, Wrike Proof, Publish, Wrike Integrate, Wrike Analyze, Wrike Lock, and two-way sync, those modules, some of this go beyond basic project management and or content marketing. That's why they are considered add-ons. Not every business will need this, and they will add to the cost of your package. So you want to contact Wrike to get a quote on this add-ons for your custom solution. In terms of the benefits, you have a lot of things you can do with Wrike, but what we love about Wrike is that Wrike is really helping you in terms of your content marketing. You have simplified content marketing, more efficient brainstorming. You have in-time content publishing. So let me give you more details here. So you have three benefits, and this trifecta is going to help you a lot as you actually plan your content marketing within Wrike. So for content planning, you have within Wrike content marketing software offers task management and listen tool that make it a lot easier to determine the target audience of the content you are about to make. You can use the tool to make detailed buyer personas prior to content planning. All you have to do is compile your target demographics in a single folder and take note of the characteristics of each group. And this way you can learn and actually record the purchasing patterns, common interest, behavior, as well as preferences of each group. So use this information that you have collected to develop targeted content, okay? And so you can actually brainstorm like more productive ideas. So recording all details of a meeting or a brainstorming can be challenging if you're using a whiteboard. So more often than not, some details are left out, especially when there are already too many scribbles in the whiteboard. So Wrike content marketing software eliminates this pain point by offering a centralized jot pad that lets you and your team members like write effectively important ideas, share those ideas, making a brainstorming session more organized, easy, and productive. And then you have on-time content publishing. So aside from content crafting, you also have content publishing. So planning when the content should be posted can be a breeze. The challenge is how can you ensure that the content creation process is on track, right? So you'll be creating multifaceted content by actually like that needs the collaborative efforts of several different teams. So this problem is solved by Wrike's Gantt chart, which is designed to help users map out the assignments or tasks that need to be done. That way, every staff or team members involved in the project will know whether or not he or she stays on schedule. I want to quickly talk to you about the tech specs here. So when we speak about Wrike, obviously we have a tool that's very sophisticated, but you have to be sure that you have the right tool for yourself. Okay, first I want to talk about the device supported. So you have web-based, iOS, Android, desktop. For the customer tab, small business, medium-sized business, enterprise. For the support tabs, you have phone and online support. That's totally fine, not a problem. In terms of integrations, let's talk about integration quickly here because it's one of those elements that help Wrike really shine. So the following Wrike content marketing integrations are currently offered by this vendor, the Wrike. You have IBM, Slack, Apple Mail. You have Microsoft Email. You have Microsoft Project, Salesforce, Google Drive, Dropbox, Microsoft Outlook, Gmail, and Inbox. It's one of those things you have to ask yourself whether or not it's really worth it for you, right? Do you need all those integrations? Obviously, the integrations I give you here. Sorry. Let me drink some water here. So the integrations I'm talking about, those integrations are not really they're not. This list is not exhaustive. You have to see what really works for you. You have to see what really sort of beefs up your content marketing strategy. And one thing I want to say also, if you have any question, don't feel like, do not be shy. You can contact Wrike content marketing support team via video or customer support via phone number too. So, and ask any questions. Don't be shy. Ask any questions. As a matter of fact, they love it. They love actually, asking, like really responding to questions. And it's one of those things you have to avail yourself of. One thing I want to say also here is that when we talk about the integrations, remember that any integration that you add will add actually extra cost, right? So you have to be comfortable that you understand that part of things, that you are able to do things in a certain way. One thing I also need to make sure that you want to track this over time too, though. Let's talk about pricing here. So when we talk about Wrike, you have a different types of pricing. You have the Wrike free plan, you have the Wrike professional plan, you have the business plan, you have the Wrike for marketers, and Wrike enterprise pricing. One thing I want to say here is that when you have a free trial, you don't have, like, if you have free trial and you don't have it, you're not paying anything, you will not be able to actually check out all the features that I just spoke about. You can actually like, if you want to go deep in terms of content marketing, you really need to pay for it. Okay, the free trial is there for you to test the system and make sure you're comfortable around it. You can really unlock more features. Again, if your activity develops, right, it's all about matching your Wrike sort of subscription to the type of activities that you are running. And one thing I also want to make sure that when we talk about Wrike pricing, remember that Wrike is primarily a project management software tool, kind of similar to Asana project management, or even like there are a lot of players in this industry, but they actually, again, they make sure that they're actually helping you parlay the skills that you learn with the project management software into the content marketing realm. That way you are clear, you have a clear idea of what really works for you. So you have the free plan, the Wrike free plan, you have the Wrike professional, and the Wrike business. Now when you have the Wrike business plan, you actually have a constellation of other features and capabilities. You have custom workflows, you have real-time reports, calendars, request forms, project and task approvals, time tracking, user and group permissions, automation engine, graphical analytics, report templates. And so that's for the pricing, the general pricing. But remember, I was telling you, you have Wrike for marketers also. So Wrike has custom packages for marketing and creative teams. So these are designed to manage the entire marketing project lifecycle from a single collaborative workspace. And so Wrike for marketers comes with the following: you have all Wrike business plan features, you have Wrike proof add-on, you have Wrike publish add-on, you have an extensive offer for Adobe Creative Cloud, and you have marketing specific templates and workspace. And one thing I want to say here is that you have a similar offer for Wrike for professionals, right? At the end of the day, it's all about, do you need this Wrike service? If yes, how much are you willing to pay for this for the service that Wrike is giving you, right? And it's all about the speed, also like how fast things go. And it is what it is. Let me talk about the process here. So when we talk about Wrike, we are speaking about we're speaking about a tool that is great for managing project, and you can actually like divvy up I would say the work streams within Wrike. You can actually reallocate those to content marketing. So for example, you have a very sleek user interface and usability prospects. You can actually direct that to it really depends on the kind of software you're trying to get. It depends on the kind of activity you are trying to run too, right? So it's really important to have the right sort of tools and capabilities. And setting up a content marketing project in Wrike is pretty easy. Nothing complicated here. You're able to get things done like very properly. So we love that a lot. You have project views, for example. So a project in Wrike has many different views. This means what? It means you can switch from lists to boards to table to a Gantt chart at any time. So the flexibility is there in terms of the analytical flexibility is really there, okay? And so if you're a fan of Kanban boards and you use Trello or similar tools a lot, you will love this board also. So the board here is the board is helping you in terms of aggregating all the data into one platform. So you can just go and choose whatever works for you. And so this is really kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that you also have, besides project views, you have project analytics. So you're able to analyze your results, and this does a great job. I mean, this is really, really fantastic, especially if you're new, to have the ability to see things from a different point of view. And so we also talk about the working, like if you want to work with folders and tasks, just make sure that you are dating them, that you are really you are specifying the timeline, so you have a clear idea what really happened. You can go back to say, okay, this is what I did, so this is really, really good. And you can work with folders and tasks if you go with the Wrike, and you can also use a template. So the bottom line here is that it really depends on what really works for you. So you are actually free from, you really need to choose which software, like whether it is Wrike or another software tool. You need to choose let's say a software management tool, not software management tool, and a content marketing tool or a content marketing software tool that can really help you in terms of bringing your content marketing game to the next level.